from kahit full-blooded foreigner ka pa, pasok ka dito! Mga kababayan, coming to you live from United Kingdom and the Philippines, Pusong Pinoy with Malcolm Conlan.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to Pusong Pinoy with Malcolm Conlan. I am Josh, and I am Malcolm's co-host, and I'm welcoming you to the show, the second episode for Series 7. And as you can see, I'm live here at a beach somewhere in the Philippines. It's actually here in Cebu, Philippines, and I'm very excited for today's episode where we will be featuring two talented Filipino artists in the show, and also later on we will have Mal again back on the screen. But anyway, everybody, welcome to Pusong Pinoy again, and good afternoon to all. Good. That's still 11 a.m. in the UK, and currently 6 p.m. here in the Philippines. I'm just gonna cover my ear because it's a really windy area right now where I am, but it's pretty exciting to have our guest. And without any further ado, I would like to introduce our first guest for today. She's actually a very talented young Filipino rock star in the UK, and just really recently had a lot of avenues where she can showcase her talent. Where she was known as the Pinoy Pride, singer songwriter, and a teen star in the UK, 2020, and Clash of the New Breeds runner up from Belfast 2021, pop rock star artist of Belfast, Mia Librojo.
Hi, Josh. Nice to see you again.
Yes, hi Mia. Nice seeing you again, and welcome back to the show. And for those who have been tuning in to Pusong Pinoy with Malcolm Conlan, we've had Mia and other Filipino artists in the show for the past episodes, for the past series, and we're so happy to have you back. How has it been, Mia?
It's great. I'm happy to be back, and it's nice to see you again.
Yes, and it's also very, really refreshing to see you back on the show. And I know you've got some new things to share, like the past couple of years or months since the last time we had you on the show. A lot of things had happened.
Sorry, I didn't. I think your audio like cut off there. So,
Sorry. Yeah, the past couple of months, a lot of things have happened. So if you can give us a share about what your activities have been the past couple of months.
so recently I've just been like listening to music and getting inspiration from all my favorite bands and artists, and writing music based on that, and obviously personal experience. So that's me for the past few months, and I'm actually working on another song, which I hope to release in a month or a month and a half. Just need to get the vocals down for that, and then it'll be ready for release.
Oh, that sounds really exciting. And for sure, your fans following the show at the same time, following you on your social media, are very excited for that. Sorry, there's just a bit of disruption on the air, on the wind in my background, but I hope you can still hear me.
Yeah, very vaguely, but I can kind of make it out.
All right, perfect. And we have now Mal on the screen. Hey, Mal, how are you? You're on mute, Mal.
Hold on a second. Let me unmute myself. Hi to everybody. Kumusta ka? Magandang gabi sa Pilipinas. Magandang hapon to everyone in the UK. Kumusta ka? And Josh, hi. And Mia, of course. I'm so pleased to have you back on the show. I'm always raving about your song, He's in the Band. I know we're not officially introducing it now, but just tell me a little bit more about that song, please, because it's my absolute favorite.
Well, I'm really glad you like the song. And yeah, I wrote this song when I was like 16, so it's like 3 years old at this point. But I still relate to it like a lot. So at the time, I was a huge fan, still am a huge fan of this band called 5 Seconds of Summer. And yeah, I'm still a huge fan. They were the first band that I ever fell in love with when I was like 11. And yeah, they were the reason why I wanted to get into music in the first place. Like 11-year-old me saw them and was like, I want to do that. So yeah, that's basically where I got my inspiration to start making music. And I don't know if you've ever heard like 5 Seconds of Summer songs at all. You might hear the influence in my own music with theirs. And the thing is, I obviously didn't want to add any names in the song so that it could be more general for people who are fans of any band. It doesn't have to be 5 Seconds of Summer. Like, for example, now I'm really into this band called Avenged Sevenfold, and I'm actually wearing a Avenged Sevenfold top, and I can still think of them through He's in a Band, even though I wrote that song about 5 Seconds of Summer. So yeah, that's basically what that's for. It's like a fangirl, fanboy anthem for your favorite band.
It's very clever. I'm a massive fan of Neil Diamond, and I know your dad is also a bit of a Neil Diamond fan as well. And the thing is, with Neil Diamond, he actually writes to every single person, and I think it's exactly the comparison that I'm trying to make here is that he won't specifically name people, but when he sings his songs, it's like he's writing for every single person. So he uses kind of not generic lyrics, but when he's expressing himself, he'll express himself in a way that's universal. And I see that with this song through you as well. When I hear He's in the Band, I'm thinking of You Me at Six, I'm thinking of Paramore, those kind of bands maybe from that we used to listen to a few years back. I used to listen to all the MP3, and I'm thinking it's that kind of style. It's really good lyrics. I like the music, and I'm really, really impressed. And I know you've got your new song coming up later on as well.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Paramore and stuff like that, and Yumi at Six. Love those bands. So it's great to hear that. Obviously, I don't know, many people might not listen to bands like that, but I'm glad that you know their sound, so you can like kind of compare that. Because Paramore, while I can't sing like Hayley Williams, her vocal range is insane. I really love her music, and I definitely get some inspiration from some of her songs. Like Decode is like an inspiration for not What Gives, but definitely an inspiration for the song that's coming out after, in a month and a half or so.
Yeah, it was like when my children were younger. My daughter used to download all songs onto my MP3 player, and one of them was Paramore. And I remember once we went to Wembley Arena, and I got to take her to a Paramore concert, and we didn't have backstage tickets, but we were in the artist kind of area, and kind of Haley waved to my daughter. That was pretty special. It's like, okay, so she was really, really happy as well.
I'm really jealous. I was meant to see Paramore in April, but I had to sell
Oh.
my tickets, sadly, so I won't be seeing them.
Oh, okay. So let's try with Josh again. I think he has some sound problems today, but let's go ahead. Josh, any questions for Mia?
Well, sorry about that. I'm not a spy. I'm just covering my ear right now. I hope you can hear me better. But yes, really really nice. And Malcolm mentioned, you've got a certain genre that's really hitting the certain market, and it's really exciting to hear you sing. And I guess you probably have prepared a few songs for us later in the episode. Me and we would love to really hear that from the recording. So, what has been more of the activities you've had? Like, have you been to the Philippines lately? I know the last time we talked, we talked about you guys had plans, but have you visited?
Yeah, I was actually there in December, so like 4 months ago. We were there for 5 weeks, which is a long time, but considering
Uh-huh.
COVID happened, didn't get to go for a while. So we kind of made up for that this time around, going for 5 weeks. And it was really fun. I got to meet with the mayor in Antipolo. So that was really
Uh-huh.
exciting. And, did the occasional going to clubs and bars with my cousins and stuff. And yeah, it was very fun to see. Like, do you ever get those bars or clubs in the Philippines, and they'll have like live bands playing? You can like request songs. We went to a bunch of those, so it was really fun. Definitely requested. I requested "Bad Romance" by Lady Gaga once, and they kind of forced me to get on stage, and I was not prepared whatsoever. But I had a few drinks in me, so I went and did it anyways.
That's
That's so
pretty.
nice.
That's pretty special. I was in Dagupan, Pangasinan, literally 2 weeks ago. And Josh, because we joined each other in Cebu and Manila. But the thing is, I like you, Mia. I absolutely love those bands, and those bars. The thing is, when I go to a space called like Music Warehouse in Dagupan, Pangasinan, and I end up buying drinks for people. So how it works is, you have a few drinks. We have these cocktails, like long cocktails that we have on the tables. So I buy food. I had some of my family with me. I was buying more and more cocktails and more food, and then I was randomly paying for people's drinks. So I'm like, give them some cocktails, give them some cocktails, and everybody was absolutely smashed by the evening, and we're all kind of like dancing together and having a great time together. And I really feel that I could really let my hair down in the Philippines, but in the UK, you just can't do that. And it's so much fun. You're drinking, you're listening to the live band. I don't know how you feel, Mia, but for me, I don't think I could experience that anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, no,
I
I
think
did a
it's
lot of
so awesome.
I did a lot of clubbing like last year.
Mm.
Thing is, in the Philippines, there's like, well, not in Davao, but I know in like, well, in Antipolo, where my dad's from, we went clubbing there. And in Quezon City, we went to this club called Urban. And
Mhm.
they're like, they don't have like a curfew. Well, they do,
Mm.
but it's not as early as here. Like here, we go clubbing and like it ends at 2 a.m.
Mm.
Over there, we stayed in the club until like 5 to 6 a.m. So
Oh my god, that's so much fun, and it really, that's one of the reasons why I miss the Philippines, because it's very safe as well. In the UK, you really don't know, for example, yourself, maybe somebody would approach you, maybe it would be quite difficult for you, but in the Philippines, everyone's just super nice. You feel that you can let your hair down and you feel safe, and I experienced that with my family back home as well. We can all go drinking, we can have a nice time. Whereas here, sometimes it's not so easy. Sometimes there might be a little bit of trouble. I don't know if you want to comment on that as well, but that's the impression that I get.
yeah, no, I feel like I got the general gist over there because like every time I went clubbing over here, people aren't shy. I'll just say
Mm.
that. But over there, I'm not gonna say people are shy, but they definitely have more like I wouldn't say boundaries, but I noticed when we were at Urban, for example, people are wild with their own groups, but when it
Mm.
comes to other people, they tend not to even interact, if you know what I mean. Maybe like a look, but that's it. Like they won't approach you or anything like that. Um, Definitely more different over here compared to over there when it comes to clubbing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I
This
have
is
to
not an
agree.
endorsement for any particular club, by the way, but it's but we had fun, Josh, didn't we? When we went drinking as well. I can't remember again where we went to.
It was somewhere in Pasay, and I guess I won't say I have to agree because I haven't been to the UK, but pretty sure you had a great time, like what Malcolm shared. Like the bar was his party at night, not that night in the
Exactly.
Gupan.
Exactly. Let's go ahead and read some of the comments that we haven't done yet. So, do you want to go ahead, Mia, and read some of the comments for us?
Sorry, the audio like cut off
Oh,
there.
sorry. Let me go ahead and read the comments myself. So, Zalia Hazel Herbisi, congratulations, Mia. We are all proud of you. Keep it up. Watching from Japan. Wow. Solly Reyes, more power to you, Mia. Do you know Solly? I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Henry, my dear friend Henry, we met, like he wanted to meet me, and it was really nice because when I was in the Philippines, I had so many people who wanted to meet up, and it was super busy. I was going from place to place, and Henry really wanted to catch up with me. So Henry was communicating with Josh because me and Josh were together. And basically through Josh, I got this meeting with Henry, and we met in a coffee bar. I'm not sure which coffee bar it was, and we had an awesome time, an awesome catch up. And it's so nice. And I don't know if you know this as well, Mia, but when you communicate with people online, maybe in the Philippines, it's so good when you can actually meet them. It's such a good feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like friends over there that aren't like, I don't know, friends of my cousins, for example. I basically just speak to my cousins, but even with that, it's very different. Like obviously I haven't seen them in years. So when you actually do meet up with them, it's a nice feeling. There is that awkward stage at the beginning, because obviously while you're family, it's like you're still trying to get to know each other. After a few years, people change and you get different interests and stuff like that, and people get older. Like it's weird because when I go back, like for example, I'll have cousins who are like, I don't know, 5 years younger than me. But in my mind, like the last time I saw them, they were like what, 10? So when I go back and they're 15, it's really weird because suddenly they're so different. They have their own personality. But in my mind, they're still like 5. Like it just doesn't.
I know exactly what you mean. You know, it becomes more and more emotional for me each time I go back to the Philippines. Because, of course, when I first started going back, you know, I would say the same thing. And I've got like godchildren who are like 2 or 3, and now they're like 12. And I'm thinking, God, I'm getting older. And, you know, it's just crazy. And it just makes me perhaps more emotional as well. You know, you see people sort of grow up, you know, you see people get older. And I find that sometimes very, very emotional. I don't know if you feel the same.
No, 100%. Like while I'm still young, like I'm turning 20 this year, but I'm still young. Yeah, it's weird because it's like you feel like even though you didn't grow up with them, you feel like you should have been you could have been more like around, even though you're so far away, it's hard to keep in touch. So like seeing them get older is kind of sad. It's like I don't get to experience much memories with them. And while it does make it more special, the fact that you're not there all the time, it's sad because it's like you love being around these people, but you obviously know you can't be there for long. So you cherish like the small amount of time you have with them,
Of
which is
course.
great because obviously when people get comfortable, you tend not to make things more special anymore and things just become like average. It's like the people you see every day, it's like, oh, they're just there. Like I don't have to speak to them.
Exactly. Let's go ahead, if that's all right, and play your first song, which I'm really excited about. My absolute favorite. If you could talk a tiny bit about that, and then we're going to watch the video and play the song.
Yeah, so when I wrote He's in the Band, it was my first single when I was 16. And I wanted to write a song, but I didn't want to write another love song because, you know, that's pretty typical. And while there's nothing wrong with that, I kind of wanted to make it more niche. So at the time, my lock screen was Luke Hemmings from 5 Seconds of Summer. He's the lead singer of the band. And I was like, okay, why don't I write a song about him? It would kind of be a love song. But the song sounds happy, but when you really like listen to the lyrics, it's kind of like a sad song because it's like you want to do like you imagine all these things with a band like as a fangirl, and then like it's like I think after the chorus you snap out of it and you realize you're just a fan of a band, like you'll be nothing more than that. So it's a pretty sad song but upbeat tune. We love that for, you know, pop rock music, upbeat music with sad lyrics. But yeah, that's my song He's in the Band, and I really hope you guys like it.
Awesome.
See you there. Can I see you there at your show? I'll be there in the front row, cheering you on. The crowd, will you notice me now? He's in a band, I wanna hold his hand. Wave at the fans, flip off the caps. As I reach in the studio, and the chorus is getting a bit low, and I realize that I'm just a fan of your band. Can we sneak out on dates? Can I see you backstage? Can you write me a song while we dance it all night long? So tell me, what do I have to do? Been daydreaming and thinking about you, and I realize that I'm just a fan of your band. He's in a band and I wanna hold his hand. Wave at the fans, flip off the caps. So listen here, 'cause I'm not lying through my tears. Been a fan of your band for a couple years, and he's still in the band and I still wanna hold his hand. Never waved at the fans, but I'll still flip off the caps. I guess that this'll just have to do. staring at this poster of you. Turns with the fact that I'm just a fan to you. He's in a band, I wanna hold his hand. Wave at the fans, flip off the paps. He's in a band, I wanna hold his hand. You're in a band, I wanna hold your hand. Hold your hand.
Hey, I love that.
That's an awesome song.
Thank you so much. That was actually an acoustic version of the song. I actually made that video like, I don't know, a day after I wrote the song, which is why it sounds so rough and it doesn't sound like the studio version of the song that I made. So yeah, that was the rough version I actually sent to the producer that I worked with for that song. So that's why it sounded very rough. 16-year-old me.
Nice, that's funny. Tim Murray watching from the European Space Station. Tim, you're so funny. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and play the ads, and we're going to go ahead first with our intro and ad from Spoon and Rice. Yeah, we're just about to play the ads at the moment.
Filling and the portions are so good for the price.
Amazing. Very good food.
We're enjoying it.
Really good. I really recommend it.
Chicken is so tender. It's an authentic Filipino food.
Excellent. Well, Mia, we're going to catch up with you again later on. So thank you so much in the meantime. We've really enjoyed talking to you. It's been a really good episode so far. And now we're going to be introducing our next guest. But in the meantime, thank you so much, Mia. Joshua, it's over to you.
Thank you, Mal. And I think it sounds better now. So I'm just here, still in Cebu, and it's really refreshing view to see Mia back on the show. And of course, the talents that Filipino bring all across the globe. And right now, we're going to introduce you to another talent, another Filipino talent, who is a rising star, an AQ Prime talent, and a rising star here in the Philippines. And with no further ado, I'd like to introduce our next guest, Joni McNab. Hi, Joni.
Hello. Good evening.
Oh,
And good
good
morning
evening. Yes, good morning in the UK and good evening here
in the
where we
Philippines.
are. So, whereabouts are you, Joni? Saan ka
Sorry.
ngayon? Saan ka ngayon?
I'm here in QC, Quezon
Oh,
City,
in
Philippines.
Quezon City. Yeah, say
Mhm.
hi to those who are watching from Quezon City. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. And we welcome you into the show. How are you so far, Joni? Musta ka so far?
I'm good.
All right. So Malcolm and I are really excited to have you on the show. It's very interesting to know how you are starting in the show business and what more of tips you have for those people who also want to be part of the showbiz industry dito sa
Mhm.
Pinas. So tell us more about yourself. You can tell us and our audience more
Okay.
about yourself.
I started when I was 9 years old, and I have a lot of struggles experienced, like when I have a exam, but I have to go to set to take a shoot like that. But in the end, I handled it very well. I finished my degree and pursue my dream today.
Well,
That's
that's really good
awesome.
to hear, Mal.
What I'd like to do is you have an amazing kind of bio, if you like. And if you don't mind, I just wanted to read that out because I'm like super impressed. Joni McNab,
Really?
real name Davita Joni McNab. You were born July 20th. This sounds like this is your life. July 20th, 1998, half Filipino, half British. And your social media account, you have 58,000 followers on Instagram, 495,000 followers on TikTok. Oh my God, that's insane.
A lot.
2.6 million likes. And of course, you have followers on Facebook, singing, dancing, stage play, acting, and modeling. Yeah, you started when you were 9 years old and you had your big break in GMA 7 with a good
Mhm.
daughter as young Frances, my husband's lover as young Evelyn, Pamilia Rojas as young Lily, Inigaw ng Between as Jennifer, and then Amore BL series as Jessa, The Shore Island. Oh my goodness me. And you finish some movie projects as well. You got the lead role in La Tradora
Mhm.
as Sheila. And also Quattro, your latest movie. Can you tell us a little bit about Quattro, please? And also about AQ Prime and how people can access some of
Oh,
your
Quatra
shows.
is yeah. That oh yeah.
Go ahead. Tell us about
Yes,
Quattro.
Quatra is now streaming on HQ Prime app, so you can download it. Available in iOS, Android, and Huawei. And about Quatra is a love story of 25 years wedding anniversary of two lovers, and there's something happened in the end. So
Oh,
for
That's
me, you should
interesting.
watch out so you can. Yeah, it's very
just
interesting
a
and
snippet for the
it's
audience,
very
Mel.
realistic.
That's awesome. The funny thing is my wife and I, this coming May, we're celebrating our 25 years too. So maybe I should watch. I don't know what happens in the end, but I know
Really?
what happens to us. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
I need to watch it. So can I?
But
How do you?
it's
Hmm.
very nice story because it's realistic and
No, that's awesome. How can again? How can people download AQ Prime, and does it contain other
sorry, I
films as
didn't.
well? So, does the AQ Prime contain some of your other movies as well? And what can people expect to find when they download AQ Prime?
Yeah.
So ano yung mga other movies, Joni sa AQ Prime?
You can download AQ Prime and there's a lot of movies, classic movies, Filipino movies, international movies, and of course, as AQ Prime asset artist, we have a lot of originals movies there, and I have already two movie released there, which is The La Traidora and Cuatro. And soon, the other movies of mine will release on. And then you can watch a wholesome there, like a sexy movie like that. So if I were you, you should download AQ Prime app and use my referral code. Just type Joni, Joni, so you can get a free 7 days trial.
Perfect. Awesome. We're getting a lot of greetings as well from some of your fans, and I just wanted to scream those again. You know, when I get chatting, sometimes I forget to read out all of your shout outs. Nico Evangelista,
Evangelista.
Grabe yon si Idol Joni. Sabista Dante, hello, host watching from Saudi Arabia. Nice to speak to you in Saudi Arabia. Paulo Ponzalan, much love from the Ponzalan family. And yeah, go ahead. Julius is messaging you as well.
Hi,
Hi,
Joni,
Joni. What
watching
do you hear
here
from?
in Lawag from Julius Martin. And also Victorino Trinidad Trillia said that is awesome, referring to probably the experience, the background of Joni Mal. And we also have a few viewers from YouTube commenting and sharing some thoughts around the episode. I think we've had that earlier. And Joni shared earlier that started very young at the age of 9. And you also finished your degree maybe you can share to your audience who are also aspiring artists how to keep up with studies and
Oh,
showbiz career at the same time.
it's very hard. Actually, it's very hard. But when you love what you're doing, nothing is possible, and it's you will learn how to manage your time, and you will learn how to what do you call this, you can make your time for your study while you're doing your passion, because it's different when it comes to uh, passion and career. So I really love to pursue my passion, but I have to finish my study because this is the very big gift from my parents. That's why
That's really
I
nice.
really finish it on time.
And well, yeah, do you mind sharing what you finished? What your degree was?
I I also finished two courses, by the way. My first course way back 2017 is flight attendant course, and also a Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management 2021.
Nice. So that's really two related courses, but really impressive that you finished the flight attendant course and tourism. And are you practicing any of the two right now?
I'm already finished my flight attendant training when I was 20 years old, I think. Yeah. And
Nice.
I already have experience to go through interviews in Philippine Airline.
That's
But
nice. That's really
still I pursue my passion instead of being a flight attendant.
Wow, Philippine Airlines. Can you make the announcements? You know, the one that are on YouTube. They're really trending. Like, this is Philippine Airlines, our next flight. Have you done any of those? Let's do one of those if you can.
a sample.
Really?
Sample. Yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay, just a little. Uh,
On-screen
just
challenge.
a little because I already forgot some. So, like for the example, safety demo, just like safety demo is like each seat is equipped with a belt. To fasten, please push the button like that.
Nice.
Just a little details because I already forgot.
Hey Mel,
For the
I
because
also
safety is very important when you are a flight
yes.
attendant. Safety first before pleasure.
And I
Indeed.
also remember, Mel, we were talking earlier prior to the start of the show that Joni had a lot of auditions in the past. Maybe Joni, for our audience, you can give us a sample of how it goes like in the auditions that you went to. Like, what are the most challenging part of the audition that is
Oh,
that they throw to you? Ano yung
for
pinaka-challenging
me,
part?
the challenging part is when you say yes in different emotion, because in
Ayun.
just one word you have to use one word, but it's not just easy just like
Uh-huh.
what you think, because you expect that you have to give a example of acting, dancing like that, but when I experience, they asked me to say yes but in different emotion.
Can we get that challenge from you? Can we have a sample of how it would be like in
Okay, you
different
can ask me any
emotions?
emotion about yes. So you can ask
Okay.
me.
Would
Ask
you
me
like to
about
go for
yes.
it, Mal?
Yeah, so I've said yes already. No, I'm really interested to hear. I'm really interested to hear that. I'm not an actor myself, but I actually went to the Mount View Theatre School, which is a theatre school in the UK for about 3 years. And when I was younger, maybe in my 20s, I was in a couple of like musicals at college and stuff. So I'm kind of into acting as well, but obviously not in your league. So how are we going to run this then? Just give us like Yeah, we could ask you to do the yeses. So kind of like yes in like a serious way, and just go ahead and just take the lead on this, maybe.
How about we bring in our director to have Joni do some acting?
Okay, Joni. Let's
Mhm.
do yes in a very happy yes.
Very happy or
Yes.
happy?
Happy only. Happy first. Happy first.
Happy only because there's a difference when it's very happy to happy. So okay, happy. Yes.
Okay, very happy.
Yes.
Okay, sad.
Yes.
Angry.
Yes.
Excited.
Yes.
Scared.
Yes.
Okay, and for the last, crazy. Crazy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's
Thank
very
you, Director
hard
David.
because you need to convince them that it's real because the one of the tool is your eyes, not only the voice and the body gesture, but also your eyes should be promising.
Awesome.
Actually was looking at it, Mal, earlier, and it was like, yeah, it does change, right? That's really good.
I didn't know how that was going to play out because I've
What
never seen that, and I'm so pleased that David, our producer, came in then and did that kind of directing bit, because that's not something I'm very good at. But actually, it was a really, really nice bit of the show. So I'd like to thank you for that. We're just going to go ahead and talk about our main sponsor at the moment, myself and Josh, and that's Senwave. I'd like to thank Senwave for this awesome partnership. They're one of our main sponsors on the show. And basically what it is if you're sending money back home to Filipinas from all around Europe and other countries as well, you can send money using the Senwave app. And if you use my promo code, which is MalcolmPH, you get £10 free, and I think it's $15 free as well. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to play the Senwave promo ad.
Sendwave, tara, usap tayo.
Go, Tito Boy!
Ikaw pala ang app na gamit ng mga Pinoy abroad para magpadala ng pera sa Pinas. Pero, mapagkakatiwalaan ka ba namin?
Yes! Meron na po akong nearly 1 million users.
Wow! Fees,
Fee-free!
exchange rate,
A very good exchange rate.
mabilis sumabagal.
Super fast!
Sobrang okay ka. Pati ako, magse-Sendwave na.
Thank you, Tito Boy!
Pero teka, fee-free ka nga ba talaga?
Wala pong fees!
Kabayan, Sendwave, now na! Sendwave!
Nice. I was just thinking, Josh, that of course Tito Boy also interviewed Vanessa Hudgens as well, who of course is the new tourism ambassador of the Philippines, which is pretty awesome. Joni, you're into tourism too. Maybe you can do some stuff with the tourism department as well and promote tourism. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Oh, like tourism, the culture of the Philippines is very, very nice. And we have a lot of cultural spot here. So as a tourism, it's very, very recommended. You should visit Philippines so you can experience how lovable the Filipinos.
Wait, let me
And
play a clip of Joni when I saw her at the PAMAS Awards, and
really?
let me just do it quickly. Yeah.
Medyo mo sila. Yes. Sila yung mga stars pala ng 18. Video lang kayo niya ng konti. Mga accused crime. Say hi.
I'm so happy talaga because these are
Nice. And you're wearing
Okay.
the Filipinana as well, which is so important. I do love it that you're displaying that costume of the Philippines, traditional
Yeah, it's
costume
a
of the
Filipina.
Philippines. You
It's
you look
Filipina.
so elegant as well and proud of your heritage, which is so important. But of course, you're half British as well. Tell us about your British side, if you don't mind.
Yeah, my father is British. He lived in UK, and I really love to visit there as soon as possible.
Wow.
Like, have you been to the
Whereabouts in
UK,
the
Joni?
UK?
Oh no, I love to.
Whereabouts in the UK is he from? Have you ever met him? You know, give us a bit of. I'm not prying into your personal life. I'm just generally interested whereabouts he's from in the UK, etc.
Uh my father is in London.
Wow, I'm in London as well.
Oh really?
That's pretty funny.
And by the way, I'm a fan of Harry Potter.
Nice, nice. I'm not so much of a fan, but I've watched all the episodes and I really do like them. And it's nice, you know. It's really showcasing the UK, and of course, there's King's Cross Station, which is where the platform is it platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross, and they even have a Harry Potter shop there as well, like next door to the platform. And I'm sure they've done very, very well. Yeah, so go ahead, Josh. Just read maybe some of the comments on screen and just carry on.
Yeah, Victorino Trinidad Carillo actually said, yung Mataray looks naman probably was referring to Joni doing the Mataray look on a VTR audition. Is that how Mataray looks like? Wow. There you go, Victorino. All right, correct. Yes, and I'd like to say hi to all our viewers right now. Thank you for tuning in, and if you can, please do like, subscribe, and share this live, and subscribe to the page, Malcolm Conlan and Happy Rich TV. And I also see here on screen some of your awards and pageants that you've been part of, Joni. Maybe you can share just what was the more of the best that you've joined so far, like the most memorable pageant.
Memorable is my last pageant that I joined, which is Miss Turismo Filipina 2020, and I'm first runner up there.
Wow, that's nice. And
Before
is
the
it
pandemic.
right just before the pandemic? That's really good. And did they continue doing the pageant afterwards?
And for me, it's hard to choose. But as of now, I choose showbiz than pageantries.
All
So
right.
I go for acting.
I think you can maybe. I think it's all part of your experience, isn't it? You know, pageants give people a lot of confidence, and some people
Yeah.
think pageants are a little bit maybe dated and kind of 20th century. But you know what? I believe that pageants for young people, it helps them to express themselves. It helps to give them confidence. It's not just about taking part in the pageant. It's about the whole thing, isn't it? You know, when you go for a job interview, for example, you need to kind of express yourself. You need to present yourself well. And these are all life skills. And I do think that pageants are definitely a life skill. And I think it's something that's very, very important as well in terms of Philippine culture. And I'm sure you would agree, Joni.
Yes. And pageantry is very good start when you're very a shy person and can develop your personality there.
Joni, do you want to say hi to all your followers, and do you want to greet anybody and maybe thank anybody as well?
Okay. Good afternoon to the Philippines and good morning in the UK. I just want to say thank you to all your support, and to my AQ Prime family, thank you. And to all my fans there, please don't forget to download and subscribe AQ Prime app and watch my movie. And of course, support Malcolm YouTube channel.
Thank you so much. Maraming salamat. One line from your Disney song.
Okay. Look at this stuff. Is it in need? Wouldn't you think my collection complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who has everything?
Oh, nice. You can sing as well.
Yeah.
Very
I'm
talented,
very
huh?
impressed. It's really sweet. It's really nice. Thank you. Joshua, any more words from you before we move on?
Well, just really want to thank Joni for spending her Saturday, which is a holiday here in the Philippines as well.
Right.
So thank you for joining us here at Pusong Pinoy with Malcolm Conlan and sharing your story, and for sure others who are aspiring to become part of the show business here in the Philippines and maybe also pursue their studies would find inspiration that yes they can pursue their showbiz career at the same time finishing their college degree. So really inspiring. Thank you, Joni.
Awesome.
It's my
Victoriano,
pleasure.
wow, you have a lovely voice too. Let's screen some of our comments finally. We have some more comments. Victoriano, I'm in London as well, Joni. Looking forward to meet you in the future with my friend Malcolm. I've known Victoriano for a long time. In fact, we've gone to Italy together. We've hung out together. Paz, watching from Singapore.
Hello,
Paz
Paz.
Igar. Thank you for the material looks at. We've had that one before. So yeah, thanks Joshua for airing my request to Joni, the one about the eyes. Yeah, and also you have a lovely voice too. That's also from
You have a
Victoriano.
fan already, Joni from Victorino.
Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat. You know, I really appreciate you coming onto my show, and I appreciate you your being a part of this and your endorsement of my show as well. And of course, to everyone at AQ Prime, thank you so much. And of course, thank you to your direct and to your to everybody. We have one more request from Happy Rich TV, and that's a Tagalog song sample, please.
Tagalog song. Wait, I can think what song it. Sir Joshua, any suggestion? Because there's a lot
Between
of.
Walang Ningning.
Sorry.
Who's your favorite Filipino singer? Maybe we can pick it up from there.
Oh, Filipina is Lea Salonga.
Okay,
But
give us
it's
a
Disney,
song.
right?
Sana maulit muli. If you can sing that song, Sana maulit muli.
Or Angeline Quinto.
I don't know the song.
Sana maulit muli.
Okay, let's move on to something else. Any other Tagalog? There's some requests here for any other Tagalog song, just a line or a couple of lines if you're able to.
I think she got disconnected.
Maybe she bowed out before she had to impress us with Tagalog.
We should give her the challenge, David. So it was really good to have Joni, and we probably would have her back in a few moments. We welcome Mia
she's
again
here.
back on the live stream and Joni on the screen. So Mal,
What
it's been
happened?
we lost you for a bit, Joni. We were just about to hear you sing a Filipino song, a sample.
Actually, I want to hear also Mia one line of a Filipino song because all her songs are in English.
There's a song called Beer. I really like the performance. I'll only do one line. I haven't warmed up my voice or anything. So I'll probably just do like the first line. So if this sounds really bad, sorry, I haven't warmed up. Nais kong magpakalasing dahil wala ka na.
Awesome.
Lovely
We love that.
Oh, sorry.
Lovely voice.
Okay.
Awesome. And Joni, back to you now for your Tagalog song.
I have a lost connection. So sorry.
No worries.
Oh, the Filipino song. Oh my God, I can't.
Ikaw.
Oh.
How about ikaw?
I remember one song.
Okay, good.
Ikaw by Sarah Hieronima. Sorry, tama?
Maybe by Yang, if you know Yang's
By
version.
Yang, Salamat. The
Salamat.
song
Yeah, Salamat. I love that.
Ang awiting ito'y para sa'yo.
Nice.
Just a little.
Continue. We love it.
But still, Mia is a very good singer. I love it.
Well, this has been such an awesome episode, and I want to hear. Do you have like a kumu or something? Maybe to Joni, because I'd like to hear, like maybe request and drop by your kumu.
Kumu account.
Yeah, kumu account.
I have Kumu account. Just type Joni McNab and you will see my account there.
I'll find it. And also Mia, do you know, or have you got kumu as well? Do you do any like live singing, or have you not done that?
No, I haven't. But I've been going live on TikTok quite a bit. But I've never been on that app before.
Nice, because you can get like stars and you can make money as well. I think it's like diamonds and stuff. Anyway, thank you so much to all of you. I've really, really loved the show. Thank you to David, our technical producer and director, and of course to Joshua, the Batos as well. It's been absolutely awesome. We're just going to go ahead again and we're going to introduce your last song, Mia. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my latest single is called What Gives, and basically it's about like if you have a friend who's in a toxic relationship and you're not very keen on their boyfriend, so you kind of like give them advice. You know, you're past the whole friendly advice because they're not listening, so you give the whole harsher version of your advice, and you're like trying to tell them the truth about their partner and whatever. Like, did you know that behind your back he calls you every swear word that ever existed, which is like a lyric in the song. And yeah, it's basically to call out like toxic boyfriends of, you know, your friends and you don't approve of their boyfriend. Or it can be for people who are in a toxic relationship themselves, a very common theme. So I know a lot of people might be able to relate to that. So yeah, it's another pop rock song, another upbeat pop rock song, not rap, oh my god. But yeah, I know I can relate to this song myself. And I mean, obviously I wrote it. So I wrote it from personal experience, which I actually haven't done for a lot of my songs. A lot of them I wrote through inspiration through other things like TV shows or movies or friends' experiences more than my own. But this song I wrote through personal experience. And yeah, it's called What Gives.
Did you know that behind your back he calls you every swear word that ever existed? Did you know that he tells his friends everything you two have ever done? He swears it's a secret, I bet you don't. No, no, bet you don't even know him. Did you know that he makes you look stupid when you defend him? Against everyone to care for you before even you know that you don't. No, no, I bet you still think you know him. Yeah, yeah. He's only gonna drain you, girl. He's only gonna wreck your whole wide world. He's only gonna break you, girl. He's only gonna take with no give. He's only gonna hurt you, girl. He's only gonna toss you out on the curb. He's only gonna make it worse and make you think any blame is in his. Hey, what gives? Did you know he doesn't care when he hurts your feelings? Think that's funny when he's so sorry cause he knows you forgive him. I bet you don't. No, no, I bet you still think he means it. He's only gonna drain you, girl. He's only gonna wreck your whole wide world. He's only gonna break you, girl. He's only gonna take with no give. He's only gonna hurt you, girl. toss you out on the curb. He's only gonna make it worse and make you think any blame is in his. Hey, what gives? He's only gonna wreck your whole wide world. He's only gonna break you, girl. He's only gonna take with no give. He's only gonna hurt you, girl. He's only gonna toss you out on the curb. He's only gonna make it worse and make you think any blame is in his. Hey, what gives?
You're on mute, Mal.
That's such a kind of COVID time kind of thing, you know, this whole thing with live streaming and Zoom and everything else, you know, we're all saying we're on mute. So we're back to that again. Anyway, sorry about that. Thank you so much to Spoon and Rice, Surrey Store, to Comfort Healthcare, of course, to SMDC and my dear friend, Julie Gesmundo. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for believing in me. And of course, when I was back home in the Philippines, thank you so much for helping me to get to see my family a little bit more. You know, SMDC really are the good guys. Julie will be tagged in all of these as well. So if you wish to buy a property back home in the Philippines, you know, you can trust Julie to help you out with those needs. Thank you so much to everybody. Josh, any final words from you as well, and then from our guests?
Yes, it's been an awesome episode, another episode here at Pusong Pinoy with Malcolm Conlan, and we just want to thank everybody who are tuned in, even on a holiday Saturday. And thank you so much. It's been great to meet Joni and again Mia. Welcome back to the show, and welcome to Joni. Thank you so much. And of course, we have another song, Mal, to be played later on.
Yes. I have this song that I recorded with a friend during the pandemic as well. And it's Greater Are You by City Harvest Church. It's a cover. It talks about being trusting in God, no matter what problems we face or we encounter, because He is greater than all of those things. So I believe it's a perfect song for this weekend, and happy Resurrection Sunday tomorrow for Sunday. And I hope everybody will always know that there is someone who will always be with us, and that is God, our Lord. Yeah. So let me play that song, and then before we do that, maybe there's some final words from Joni first.
Oh, so thank you so much for having me, and please support AK Prime for upcoming movies. And please subscribe using my referral code.
Okay.
Thanks, Joni. And of course, for Mia and then Mal.
Thank you so much for having me on the show again. It was really nice seeing Malcolm again and Joshua. And it's nice to meet David as well. And it's really nice to meet Joni. You're very pretty, by the way. And yeah, definitely check out your stuff from AQ Prime. And yeah, thank you to family and friends for supporting me, and fans, of course. And obviously, Malcolm for bringing me on your show multiple times and liking my music, such as he's in a band. Yeah, but really just thank you so much for having me on the show again. And I hope to come back soon.
Well, I know during lockdown, I think a lot of for a lot of us, it was pretty hard to cope when we were stuck at home. We couldn't travel anywhere, and I found that really difficult. And I know that's why I brought this show out in the first place, because normally I attend a lot of Filipino events and Filipino community activities, and I wasn't able to do that. So I found these shows to be very helpful in the lockdown, and I'd like to thank you too, Mia, for your support and that of your dad, you know, in being part of this legacy. Now we're into our 7th series, so thank you very much, Mia, again.
Okay, so this song is also by Champagne Morales, and she won an award for a contest before. And so here's the song.
I have read, I have sung all the songs of your love and what it's done. I have prayed and I have praised to the best that my abilities allow.
But my God, I know that I'm your child, and all you ask of me is to believe.
Greater are you over the worst of pain. Under your loving reign, I'm restored. Now all that I am is yours. Stronger are you. You carry me in your embrace, unchanging through all of my days.
My reward is knowing that I am yours. Lord, I am yours. I have seen the things you do in the sudden heart, and hearts begin to move. And I know that you are good. In the thunders I am under all of you. But my God, I know that I'm your child, and all you ask of me is to believe. Greater are you, and over the worst of pain, and under your loving reign, I'm restored. Now all that I am is yours. Stronger are you. You carry me in your embrace, unchanging through all of my days. My reward is knowing that I am yours. Lord, I am yours. That I am, I place in your hand, and all I desire is to live in your plan. Let mercy surround me, and grace overwhelm me. In my weakness, Lord, help me to stand. All that I am, I place in your hands, and all I My desire is to live in your plans. Let mercy surround me and grace overwhelm me. In my weakness, Lord, help me to stand. Greater are you over the worst of pain. Under your loving reign, I'm restored. Now all that I am is yours. Stronger are you. You carried me in your embrace, unchanging through all of my days. My reward is knowing that I am yours, Lord, I am yours.
That was super amazing. That was beautiful. You know, I'm a big fan of Hillsong as well. And as a Christian myself, you know, I don't really speak too much about my faith, say, on social media. But yeah, as a Christian myself, it's really nice to hear that harmony. You know, it meant something to me, particularly at this time of Easter. So thank you so much to everyone. Maraming salamat, guys. Really enjoyed. Joshua, thank you again.
Please come back, Joni, in the future. You have to sing more songs. Full songs.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mia. Bye, everyone.
Much.
Don't forget to share and like, subscribe to everybody here. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.